What we're working with today is a Dana Dolly, and this has a lot of practical applications. To me, the Dana Dolly gives you the most bang for your buck. You can get a really nice, smooth, stable image at a pretty affordable price. So you need to clamp the rails into the clamps on both ends and make sure that it's level so that the dolly doesn't slide back and forth. You can interchange these with different lengths of speed rail, so you could have like a 4-foot, and 6-foot, which is what we have, 8-foot, 12-foot, and then this is the dolly itself. It goes right onto the rails like so, and you can glide it gently. These are actually skateboard wheels, so these are the same as any other skateboard. The one downside about the Dana Dolly is that it doesn't boom like some of the larger Fisher or Chapman dollies do. This one just allows you to stay at one level. That's part of the reason why it's much more affordable. One of the cool things about the Dana Dolly is that you can use it with almost any tripod head. You can use this adapter to use it with the 75 or 100 millimeter ball mount, or the bigger one for the 150 millimeter ball mount, or just the way that it comes with the O'Connor Mitchell mount. One of the other key pieces of the Dana Dolly is this washer. You don't want to lose this washer. So the washer secures the tripod head onto the Dana Dolly so it doesn't separate when you're operating it. When you want to put your tripod head on the dolly, put it in the adapter like this, and then you want to put the washer underneath here like this, and then you take your tie down and screw it in underneath there. What you want to make sure is that the tie down is securely screwed and tight underneath here, and the washer is in between the tie down and the Dana Dolly itself, so that when you pick up the Dana Dolly, the tripod head won't fall out. So next, I'm going to show you a couple of different shots that you can achieve with the Dana Dolly. One of the ways that you can move the camera left and right if you don't have a dolly is to pan. So if I'm going to pan the camera, it's just going to look like this, right? So I'm basically swiveling the camera on one point. Using the dolly, you can get more of a horizontal range of a shot so that you can actually see as something enters the frame and leaves the frame. So this is what it would look like if you are going to dolly left to right. So as you can see, the camera sort of wipes by the plant. So you can see it enter the frame and then leave the frame. So you kind of get to see more of the angles of the object that you're shooting. The other way that you can use the dolly is pan and dolly at the same time. So when you're doing this one is a little bit more of a complicated shot because most times what you want to do is match the speed of the dolly to the pan of the camera. So you want to do it kind of at the same time. So you want to get all ready to go here. And that's cool for a nice sweeping around effect, or if you want to show off more angles than just straight on. Traditionally, dollies like this are a part of the grip department, and you can rent a dolly like this from High Output. So now we're going to be working with the Quasar Crossfade LED light. This one is the 2-foot version. It does come in 4-foot and 6-foot versions, I believe. One of the reasons why I love this light is because it's so small and lightweight. You can put it almost anywhere. It comes with this power cable. This is it. This is like the whole light setup. You plug in the pins on the end here. There's no on or off switch. So when you plug it in, it just turns on. This one is great because it has a range, 6,000 degrees Kelvin all the way down to 2,900. So we're working with 3,200 degree Kelvin lights today. So I will put this back there. Unfortunately, this light does not come with a dimmer. However, you can use it with a separate dimmer. That's why I have the 1K hand squeezer here, which you can rent at High Output. If you watch the plant here, we can dim it down. Right? Dim it down to basically off. One of the things that you have to watch out for when you're using a Quasar with a dimmer is that they can flicker. They don't have a ballast to regulate the current, so they can flicker as you dim them up and down. One of the great things about the Quasars is that you can put them in a lot of different directions. You can put it vertically like this. You can put it horizontally, move it around, do a little bit of an uplight on this plant. Right? Do a backlight. One of the other ways that you can use the Quasars is to mount them in a housing like this. It's pretty similar to the KinoFlow housings that people have been using for a bunch of years. They have barn doors here and an egg crate to help you control the light. So you just pop it into the clips. Okay, clip it on. Okay. Then you turn on the switch. The thing that's nice about this housing is it comes with an attached dimmer. So if you use the Quasars with this housing, you don't need to rent a separate dimmer. So there's so many different things that you can do with the Quasar lights. You can use several of them together like this and use them as a key light. Put some diffusion on it and you have a nice soft key light. You can take one tube and rig it up behind someone for a hair light, or you can use it as a fill light. One of the other things that's great about these lights is you can use them as accent lighting and hide them in different parts of the scene if you need additional light somewhere. Quasar also makes several different versions of this light. So they have this one, which goes from 2900 degrees Kelvin to I think 6,000 degrees Kelvin, but they also have an RGBW light that will do any color of the rainbow, which is great if you need some very specific effects. Quasar also makes battery-operated versions of these lights, so you don't have to plug them in at all. Those ones have magnets on the back, so you can attach them to anywhere that has metal. Also, they come with an internal dimmer that has a step dimmer, so it goes low, medium, high, and you can either do 3,200 or 5,600 degrees Kelvin. Everything that we've talked about today is available for rent at High Output. And the best part is, if you're a WIFVNE member, you get an additional discount.